I'm all the way over here, and you're all the way over there, and that's the way that things are, and have been for the past years.
That was beautiful. That was very special. You sound like you're all ready to go.
Sure.
Excellent.
Let's go with that, shall we?
Okay.
Colin had a problem and a microphone to spare. Thomas took it up and so the podcast went to air. For weeks and months they trawled through every single DVD. They've unwrapped all the ones they can and now they're cellulose free. Now they're cellulose free.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin, and with me, as always, is my fellow film watcher, compadre and son, Thomas.
Hi, hello.
What have you been up to?
I had to get some new shoes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, there was a hole through the... not quite the toe, but a little back from the toe.
Yeah.
At the
On the ball.
My old shoes were eating my socks, basically.
It was quite a hole. Yeah. It really was.
And so I do have new shoes. I ended up having to go into town.
Okay.
And so...
I didn't realise you'd gone to that extreme.
Yeah.
Right.
And so there I was in Target, which in town has no seating in the shoes area.
No, unless you wander into the women's shoe section. Because I went through the same drama when I discovered that I was wearing two odd shoes and grabbed myself a pair. Which probably explains why the pair that you've got looks vaguely familiar.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it looks like a similar design to the pair that I got from there.
And I have walked in them.
Yes.
And I'm still not sure how I feel about them.
It's really hard.
It is.
Because places like Target and Kmart and such only sell full sizes.
Yeah.
And I am in half size. And you've got to pay a lot more to get shoes that are in half sizes. And yeah.
And even with the financial assist from you, and thank you for that.
That's all right.
The options are, there's not many, are there?
No, and there doesn't tend to be much in the middle range. It's either really, really, really cheap or really, really, really expensive. And there used to be a fairly well-served middle ground.
Yeah.
But there's now really, 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 really cheap.
Yeah.
Really cheap and very expensive. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
But yes, as your feet, they will get used to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if that means your feet are actually stretching the shoes to accommodate your feet, or you need to wear thicker socks, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, got distracted on the first walk in these new shoes by the start of the grade cricket season.
Okay.
Because, of course, it's now October and all the football has stopped.
Yep.
And so...
All the cricket has started.
Yeah, the young men and women of Australia are playing cricket on ovals of various qualities.
Right. So which particular one were you distracted at?
I was distracted at Kangaroo Bay Oval by the first round of first grade men's cricket between Clarence and Newtown, which we here in Clarence lost by 9 runs.
Oh, it's a bit tight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well. And we didn't even have a home ground advantage.
No, we did. That is the Clarence District Cricket Club.
Yeah, no, I mean, sorry, what I meant was our home ground advantage obviously wasn't sufficient.
Right,
I phrased that really, really poorly. And so I tendered my resignation forthwith due to the fact that I can't speak words. And that's a necessity if you're trying to do a podcast. So, do you accept my resignation?
No, because I don't want to edit this.
Well, there wouldn't be anything to edit.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose so. This would be where it ends.
Yeah. Or you can keep talking very succinctly without requiring any editing whatsoever.
5 minutes of audio to edit and then record something at the end to say, oh, well, that's it, we're done here.
Yeah. Are you going to watch the film still?
Oh, well, probably.
Yeah, and then you'll come back and say, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it'll even be easier because I don't have to record something, really have to record something afterwards. Podcast's over. That's it. That's it.
Sorry, dear listener.
Yeah.
Yeah. I failed you once more.
Yeah. No, the trouble is that I have large feet.
Yeah.
That's the thing, really.
Yeah.
No, I go into Target and they have a sign up that shows the sizes that they stock, and it goes up to 12, and I am at minimum a 12.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't realise they only go up to a 12.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bit rough.
Well, the sign that they have up only goes up to 12, so I assume that they only have stuff up to 12. Yeah. I am either a 12 or a 13, depending on how badly the shoe has been made.
Oh, dear.
I put on one size 13 pair, and, it appears to fit snugly, but the shoe is clearly of quite poor quality, so, yeah. And then I put on another size 13 shoe, and there's clearly a centimetre of slop in the footward direction.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's...
Yeah. Again, with places that don't deal with half sizes, they also tend to vary quite dramatically with suppliers, whereas companies that make the half sizes tend to be a little more closely matched to other brands that also deal with half sizes. Most of the variance tends to occur there in width of shoes, and some companies do actually state whether they're a wide or a narrow. Fun and games.
And then last night I was sitting here on the couch, as I sometimes do overnight, and a spider descended right down in front of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How big was it?
About a 20-cent piece.
Really? That big?
Yeah. So that wasn't ideal.
No.
And I dealt with it.
The worst I've had is kayaking under a jetty and having a huntsman drop down onto my lap whilst I'm sitting in a kayak.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and the head broom is not very good either, so you can't sort of flail around too much. Yeah. All I could do was tell myself huntsmen aren't nasty spiders. They look nasty. They're huge, big things, but you'd have to be most unfortunate to be bitten by one, and if you were bitten by one, you're not going to die from it anyway. So, yeah.
So yeah, that was my week.
Right.
What was yours like?
Look, I don't know. There have been a number of times where I'm thinking, right, I need to start listing things that I've done this week. I did donate plasma yesterday and freaked out both the person who was sticking the needle in and the newbie who was watching, because I've done at least 170 donations from this same arm. And I've got a little bit of a bubble happening where they take the blood from, which happens in a certain percentage of people. It's never bugged me, and it's not bad for me or anything like that, but it does freak people out who haven't come across bubbles before, and it's just a sort of a bulge where they've kept on sticking the needle in. So yeah, it freaked both of them out, and they're sort of discussing, right, where are you going to go in? Are you going to go in above the bubble or below the bubble? And I said, well, normally they go below. And I said, okay, we'll try it below. And of course, the other thing about my arm is it tends to spray blood everywhere when the needle goes in. And I forgot to warn them about that. So, yeah, had that added bonus. And it's been blowing a gale in Hobart. And I still decided, look, even though you're not meant to participate in strenuous activity, I did go for a fairly lengthy non-strenuous stroll up to Newtown and then along the cycle track to the bridge and over the bridge to home. And the blowing the gale, I could see that I'm definitely not walking across the northern side of the bridge, because there were waves crashing at water level, and you could definitely tell that it would be quite unpleasant walking in that. But even on the leeward side, it was... I kept on thinking I'm walking in a straight line and ending up running into the side railing because the wind was blowing. I mean, there was one slight bonus. It meant that no one was cycling over at the time. So I didn't run into any cyclists during that.
I did almost get up a little earlier yesterday in perhaps the hopes of having another walk yesterday. And then my first alarm goes off and, it sounds pretty gnarly outside. And I'm like, no, we're done here.
Yeah, I went through that a bit today and then decided, to heck with it. I'll just make sure I walk in places where there's not a lot of trees. So I walked up Pass Road and along and around and back over Waverley through the trees. Oops.
Well, a couple of weeks back when you told me not to walk under any trees, it was just after I had in fact walked under the fallen tree that I had noticed.
Yes. Which I think is gone now.
Right.
Yes, because I did come across it a couple of days after you did, but it was still fairly blowing. I thought, no, let's see what happens. But no, it's gone. And other than that, there was some things, and I can't remember what they were. I know that my memory has gone.
Yeah?
Yeah, that happened during the week.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And last week. And the week before. And the week before.
Well, at least you remember that.
No. It's just sort of it must have happened sometime in the last number of weeks because I don't have one anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but we've gone through that, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Oh, look. We tried to cut the podcast short earlier by me resigning. That didn't work. So how about we just stop waffling and watch a film?
Yeah.
What are we watching this week?
We are watching The Rock.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I am quite sure that is what you said last week.
Yes. Now, I'm assuming you're bringing up something to read a plot synopsis. Can you just double check for me?
Yeah.
Did Jerry Bruckheimer have anything to do with this film?
Yes, he was a producer on the film.
Okay.
Which was directed by Michael Bay.
That's, yeah. So double whammy, we're going to be in for probably a lot of edits and cuts. And
In order to get a synopsis out of Google, I have had to append the word film to The Rock.
Yes.
In order to disambiguate it from, as noted, I assume, last week.
A large chunk of granite.
No.
Oh, no?
A certain professional wrestler.
Yes. Who I saw a photo of today, and he's looking like he's lost weight. Anyway, that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Please, tell our dear listener what The Rock, the movie, not the actor, is all about.
Okay. I have a sentence from Google.
So that's not going to be what it's all about.
That does not mention
Alcatraz?
The Rock itself at any point.
Spoiler, The Rock is referring to the island Alcatraz.
Yeah. A dishonest Brigadier General, Frank Hummel, and his troops take hold of a stockpile of dangerous VX gas-armed M55 rockets and threaten the government to launch rockets on the city of San Francisco.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the sentence.
Right. Okay. So they've pointed out that there is one actor in this film.
Yes.
Plus some extras.
Yes.
I suspect there may be a little bit of neglect in the whole top billing names. I think there might be two other top billed names, in fact, that are higher than this dishonest brigadier. No, what was he? A dishonest...
Brigadier, yes. Brigadier General.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, on the poster, billed Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris, who appear on the poster in the order Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Ed Harris.
What? Hang on. What, so their names are actually above their heads?
No.
No.
Right, okay.
Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage are
Oh,
swapped.
sorry. All right, but Ed Harris is above his
Yeah.
name. Right. Interesting.
Billing orders. So
There's just so
complicated.
much politicking going on there.
Yeah.
If your face appears first, then the person can have their name listed first.
It's Sean Connery is first because I suppose the biggest name out of these three.
Yeah.
But he's also in the foreground, the most foreground of the edited together shot on the front of...
Right. Well, that's what we're going to watch, and I believe Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage are in it, as well as Ed Harris, who was or is, I believe, because I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it, but I believe he is the Brigadier General Commander thingy. Dishonest.
I would hope the people billed are in the film.
Yeah. We're going to be watching it on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And we're going to watch it, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. So we shall catch you on the flip side.
Turn to side V.
Insert witty comment here, you mongrel.
Not your best work.
No, I'm just not bringing my A game to this.
Let's go on with this.
Ever since
It's over 2 hours.
resigning.
Let's
Let's watch
go.
this. So, what did you think?
So there's a problem with thrillers, right? And it's that there's a very fine line between thriller and comedy.
Right.
And this film perhaps, not intentionally, steps over that line a few times.
Oh, look, I think it did intentionally in a couple of places, but there were certainly other places that it was seemingly unintentional.
Yeah. I mean, I had a lovely time with it.
It was a very fun film to watch.
Yeah.
Except for possibly, and I'm probably jumping the gun here a bit, the last 15 minutes, it was as if the director completely lost control of the ending. It felt as if they had all these set pieces leading up to the end, and the end hadn't been written yet. And so I can imagine the writers scrambling and handing out bits of paper for the last 15 minutes of it. Because it just got really, really messy and untight and fumbled at the end, I thought. Right after everyone's pointing guns at one another.
Yeah.
And the tight-knit group has become unravelled. Right after that, everything just sort of, like the group, unravels and dumb things start to happen. Sorry, I noticed you, Charlie. There's dumb thing. It is a dumb film.
Oh, yeah,
It is
yeah.
dumb all the way through, but it just felt like this has lost the momentum and now just plain stupid, dumb things are happening. Can you explain to me
Okay.
why, after all of the rockets, there were only 3 rocket placements, weren't there?
I don't actually know.
Why was he still chasing the chip after the 3rd rocket had fired?
Because they had disarmed several rockets.
Right.
But if you put a chip back in it, it would work. And so they could use
Right.
one of the other rockets that wasn't already in place.
Right. Okay. Right. I'll live with that. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it would take some doing.
Yeah.
Those soldiers would need to have a steady enough hand to put the chips back in, but...
Yeah. It's one of those films where I'm now looking at my notes and I'm thinking, yeah, I did notice that bit didn't quite make sense, but the momentum of the film kept it going and entertaining. And don't get me wrong, even the last 15 minutes, I did get tense, but it just really felt unravelled. I mean, you had the scene where Nicolas Cage is fumbling with all the green things and stuffing them into a spot, and then that doesn't get addressed later on. And Yeah, I don't know. That's fine. We'll move on with that. But they made such an effort of pointing out that he's sort of sticking those things in a supposedly safe place, even though that entire tower is just being shot to pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fun film. Hans Zimmer did the music, apart from a couple of bits that were done by someone else, but they were very, very strong undertones of Pirates of the Caribbean going on there. Typical, well, I was going to say typical Hans Zimmer, but film score composers are habitually recycling stuff, and certainly he did. Why did they send Nicolas Cage in to interview? All right, okay, that deep sigh certainly says no. It wasn't just me that thinking that's dumb, and that was one of the bits where the momentum kept it. Okay, I've let that go. I still took time to.
We needed someone to take the idiot ball into the room.
Then you've got the San Francisco car chase. I mean, because you have to.
If we just shake the camera enough, maybe we can convince them that they're actually in moving cars.
Judder.
And don't look at them too long.
No,
cut away.
No, cut away. Cut. I was half expecting to hear Howard during that car chase, and see Barbara Streisand on a pedal bike, or in a. I mean, they did run over a Volkswagen Beetle in the Hummer, but that was fun. It was just it was right, and the trolley car. We were having hysterics through that again, and I think that was where I consider it was deliberate comedy.
Yeah.
Going on there.
Yeah. And then there's an implausible explosion.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, we're talking Michael Bay.
Well, yes.
And Jerry Bruckheimer. You've got to have implausible explosions.
An implausible explosion that sends the trolley car many meters into the air.
Yeah. Yet preserving the life of the driver.
Yeah.
Who seemed very, very unscathed.
Yeah.
And unscarred and unsinged after all of that.
And sort of only barely flapped.
Yeah. I mentioned the green balls being stuffed.
Oh, yeah.
And then sort of not really. I felt much the same way with the fancy schmancy motion detectors. They made a big thing of saying how really, really special that was. But its actual use in the film was basically just a standard motion detector. So much so that they could actually identify that it was using their up periscope.
No. See, the special thing was that there was a spring between a couple of wires.
Yeah, but that's what a motion detector is. I mean, and as Daniel was leaving, he made mention of, okay, in real life, and in fact in fantasy, basically, I cannot believe that there is a series of mine trolleys and mine tunnels underneath Alcatraz. Just very much Temple of Doom trolley chase kind of scenario there. Completely implausible. And they called it a mine. A mine! What have you got?
No, I only noted down about the car chase.
Right.
And we've covered
that. Okay, what else have I got left? The dialogue was out and out appalling.
Yeah.
It was really, really bad.
It was bad from the jump.
Yeah. People were just saying things that nobody would hear coming out of people's mouths. And a lot of it was very poorly delivered. I did like how Sean Connery delivered a number of James Bond one-liners in it. I can't remember any of them, and I didn't write any of them down, but it just absolutely reeked of the cliched You know, when somebody dies in a particular way, James Bond makes a pun of it. Well, that certainly took place in this. Possibly at the time that Nicolas Cage's character went to retrieve and store safely away the green bombs that I keep referring to, he also raced and checked that all of the hostages were safe.
Yeah.
So that he could immediately report that all the hostages were safe when called.
The bomb just didn't hit in the right places. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can accept how that, but timing-wise, there was no time for him to check. But I guess he had the same transporter function as Sean Connery's character had.
Who could cross a large ruined building in the time it takes to unfold a small piece of paper that has been folded twice.
Yes.
Loosely.
Yes. Oh, dear. I did laugh when Nicolas Cage mentioned that he would go via the gift shop at the beginning. I'm quite certain that it was that line that he delivered that prompted the writing of National Treasure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And National Treasure tipped its hat to this film by having a prominent souvenir gift shop scene with the Declaration of Independence in it. Sure of it.
What was I about to say?
Don't know.
I was about to say something.
You're going to mention the Blister Makeup Craftsman credit.
No. Well, sort of, in a roundabout way. VX is a real nerve agent.
Yeah.
Very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
It hangs around. It does not vaporize if left to sit. Importantly, it is not corrosive. It does not cause your skin to melt.
But does atropine work against
atropine
it?
is part of the antidote,
Right.
but it's not the entire antidote.
But this was Chekhov's atropine that they introduced not once but twice to prepare the audience for it to pop up way at the end of the film to save the day.
And you need to get yourself washed down pretty quick smart and not just jump into the ocean.
Well, he didn't just jump into. He sort of got blown into the ocean. Yeah, I think he's fine. He'll be fine. Well, obviously he's fine.
Well, yeah.
Because next moment he's got married and he's stealing the Declaration of Independence. No, the proof of the second gunman on the grassy knoll.
And all manner of other things.
Which also happens in National Treasure. There's a book in that which has all the answers to. National Treasure is just a rip-off of The Rock.
They did quote-unquote plan to make it. Michael Bay had an idea. And the entire idea was, well, what happens to Goodspeed and Mason after they have the microfilm?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole story.
What if?
Obviously, now, not going to happen. But
Why is that? Sean Connery can still star in. I'm sure. Does he have his face registered as a do not touch by the AI artists?
No, seriously though, when I say that the dialogue was bad from the jump, the very first line in the film, the Brigadier General is at his wife's grave and says, "I miss you so much." And I was sort of half expecting that to be the entire scene. Because he pauses for so long.
Yeah. It really is just sickeningly bad dialogue. In fact, I think it is worse dialogue than, and I'm going to pin my colours to the mast here and say, worse than Star Wars prequel dialogue.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's harsh. And yet it was a great, fun film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all had a grin on our face, even though we knew that it was a bad movie in so many different ways. Do you have anything else to say?
No, that'll do it.
That is showing on Disney Plus. We are not sponsored by Disney Plus, but that's where we watched it. And yeah, if you want to waste a couple of hours, yeah, it's good enough. Good enough.
Yeah.
All right then. I think we'll move on then.
The following segment has no title. Thank you.
And I'm going to start with my social media text from last week's episode.
Right.
Which was, this week on Cellulose Free, the writer suddenly struggled to think of any music for a good minute, then hit upon The Entertainer, which definitely wasn't any of the tunes that had got in their head on prior occasions. What good fortune to find new earworms, they thought, lying.
Oh, the dreaded earworm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will take us over to Entuosferatu.
Hi, Entuosferatu.
Who says, for next week, I drive a Volvo. A beige one has somehow ended up as a line that comes up in our family.
I did chuckle when that line came up, because I had read your comments, and yeah, that was actually a reasonable line.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Nicolas Cage is quite famous for delivering cheesy lines.
Yeah.
And he did it with aplomb. Aplomb? Aplomb? Aplomb.
Sure.
Yeah.
Halloween should be the Care Bear movie and maybe some rainbow shortcake for sure. Now, I'm not sure what you mean by rainbow shortcake. Could possibly be strawberry shortcake that you're referring to?
Maybe it's a crossover between strawberry. I'm assuming you Googled that because I am aware of strawberry shortcake, and rainbow sounds good, but yeah, I think he meant strawberry shortcake.
Yes. I'm
re-Googling.
Now. Yeah.
I did some re-Googling today, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. There is a character in the Strawberry Shortcake franchise called Rainbow Sherbet, but no, I'm not aware of a Rainbow Shortcake franchise. Entuosferatu continues. Robert Redford and The Entertainer, I saw The Sting again some time back and realised I had conflated it with another movie.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
This movie also had a fake betting parlour, but it was set up behind a laundry, so everyone had to take their pants off before going in. But I have no idea what that movie was. Maybe one of those 60s era Disney live-action movies?
So many of them.
My parents had an early VHS and an odd collection of movies filmed off of TV. How many other people watched The Doberman Gang on the same grainy super long play tape as Mr. Boogedy and How to Be a Perfect Person in Just 3 Days? I would not recommend watching any of these. By the way, though a reading of the plot summary is worth a laugh. Had to check to make sure I hadn't told this story when you watched The Sting, but it looks like I didn't. I have prepared some very brief plot summaries of these 3 films. The Doberman Gang. Following a failed heist, a robber concludes that he needs to cut humans from his future plans, and enlists an Air Force dog trainer to train 6 Dobermans to carry out a bank robbery. Hijinks ensue.
Now, I went searching for this.
Yeah.
And it is on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it is in English.
Yeah.
But there is possibly German subtitles burnt in.
Yep.
But yes, I didn't have a chance to watch that.
Mr. Boogedy. 300 years after a man made a deal with the devil to get magical powers and accidentally killed himself, his wife, and their son, a family that sells novelty items moves into a house built in the same spot. Ghost hijinks ensue.
Now, as for that, this is where that whole, I thought I'd Googled it, and now I'm checking again. I thought I'd found this on YouTube as well, but when I went looking again this afternoon, couldn't find it.
Right.
There are certainly small snippets of Mr. Boogedy, but couldn't find the whole thing. And I think it was only about an hour long. But it had disappeared. It was weird.
And How to Be a Perfect Person in Just 3 Days. A 12-year-old klutz takes a 3-day course that purports to be able to teach him how to become a perfect person. But the tasks involved are strange, and, yes, hijinks ensue.
Now, into Osferatu, I watched this.
Yeah?
Yeah, even against your suggestion, I did. It's only very short. It was like an afternoon TV show type of a show. But I did get some interesting, weird memories from the era come back. So the 12-year-old kid who played Milo in this, and yes, it's certainly not a memorable film, and even, mine's gone blank. Wallace Shawn. Wallace Shawn?
No, Sean Wallace.
Sean Wallace. Thank you. Sean Wallace was pretty average in this too. But Eileen Mitchell-Smith, who played Milo, starred...
Oh, no, Wallace Shawn.
It was
Wallace.
Wallace.
Another...
I was right.
Yeah, I was like...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, yes, okay.
Yes.
Sean Wallace...
Inconceivable.
Sean Wallace is one of the chasers in the British chase.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll start this again.
Yeah.
Eileen Mitchell-Smith, who played Milo, starred the following year, so in 1985, in Weird Science, which is the teen science fantasy comedy film written and directed by John Hughes, which is quite famous. And it was the film that everyone went to go and see, or all the teenage boys went to go and see. It was very much a teenage boy type movie, and yeah. But in the same year, the actor who played Milo's brother, Lenny von Dollen, starred in the 1984, the same year, science fiction romantic comedy film Electric Dreams, which is also sort of a sleeper iconic film of the era. So I'm watching this 45-minute show and thinking, I know that face. Oh, and I know this face. Where do I know them from? And yeah, so penny drops there. So long story short, too long, didn't read. I'm glad you shared those.
Yeah.
So I got to see a film that was completely unmemorable, but brought back a lot of memories.
Nosferatu is this week's only commenter and responsible for the only guess this week.
So he's either got the arbitrary point this week, or he hasn't.
Yes, that is the premise of this bit.
Oh, but if there were other... He doesn't have to share it if he's won it.
Yeah, well,
See.
People don't have to share it anyway. We just give them out. They were arbitrary.
Oh. Huh. That's not how it happens in my head canon.
You want me
what did he guess?
to modify the spreadsheet that we definitely have to make the points fractional on weeks where multiple people
spreadsheet.
get them?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Into Osferatu suggested Sundance, Sundance, which is a great suggestion.
And if I look at my notes...
Right, I'm looking at my notes. What did past me enter as last week's file name?
Well, you've just listed like 8 letters, and I have a word, and that word is Sundance.
Oh, bing, 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 bing. Into Osferatu, you win this week's arbitrary prize that is not being divided up amongst any other players. Thank you, Into Osferatu, for giving us such joy and... Yeah, a rabbit hole that I'm not going to get those 45 minutes. No, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of sweet in places. Yeah.
For this week's phone name guess, it would pay our dear listeners well to remember the rules that govern the file names, which I'm not going to repeat here.
But I'd just like to...
Shush you. Not doing this again.
Okay, take 5. Start from the top. No. Yes, remember those rules, even if
Yes.
you've not listened to this podcast ever before.
Yeah.
Listen to episode 17, which goes into
Sure.
it in fine detail.
But also, any other comments on the film that we've watched, or on the comments that we've made, or film suggestions, do leave them in the usual places that I referred to in the re-recorded every time speech at the end of every episode.
Yeah, I just kick back, aim the microphone, and he reads it again.
Yeah.
Off the TV screen, that I have to turn the TV back on.
But also, potentially, in the place that you are consuming this podcast.
Yeah.
Just
Please.
conveniently available to you.
Yeah. And on that note,
Yeah.
I think we'll move on.
Pick a film for next week so we can go to bed.
And it's your turn.
Wouldn't you know it? It's been 4 weeks.
Oh dear, here we go.
This film was actually marketed as Furious 7 and appears as Furious 7 in the film.
Wow. So there's no discrepancies.
Wikipedia says it's also known as Fast and Furious 7, but
But that's just scuttlebutt.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone who called it that in conversation would get mocked mercilessly from those who know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I read this synopsis, I need to make it clear to Colin specifically
Yeah.
that when I say sure, I am talking about the bad guy from the previous film.
The
Do you
bad
remember-
guy from the previous film.
Yes, Furious 6. Do you remember the bad guy from Furious 6?
No, his name was Shaw, was it?
His name was Shaw.
Right, are you sure?
I am... No.
No. But
I...
sure he is, and he's still alive. He didn't die in that fiery fireball from the end of Fast 6.
I'm going to read this synopsis
Okay,
now.
good.
Dominic and his family are caught up in a quagmire when Shaw's brother seeks bloody revenge.
Oh, okay, so Shaw did die.
Yes.
Who did not die? Right, okay.
They must not only deal with their enemy, but also save a crucial program from falling into the wrong hands.
It's not GPS, is it? Oh no, that was another one. Next week, we are watching...
Oh no, sorry.
Oh.
The Shaw from the previous film is just in a coma.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me guess. He's pictured bandaged up so you do not see his face because they couldn't get the actor.
But anyway, that's next week.
Next week,
Yeah.
Furious 7.
Yep.
We hope that you can join us. But until then, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
You have been listening to Cellulose Free. Your hosts were Colin, who produces and edits the show, and Thomas, who makes the artwork and music. Cellulose Free is recorded in the Deranged Cat Studios in scenic Tasmania, Australia. We keep track of our extensive physical media collection through My Movies, which we highly recommend. You can find links to that, as well as other places you can find us in the show notes. Cellulose Free is a Hi Hello production.
I don't know what was in that bread that I ate just before recording the second half.
Oh, flour?
I don't know. I think there was a big dose of adrenaline.
Probably wheat.
Maybe it was atrazine.
You did slather butter all over it. So atropine.
Atropine. Atropine butter it was. Good.
Yeah.
I'm stopping.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, good.
It's like 10:30.
It is. I'm stopping. And then you've got the San Francisco